Welcome back, guys. It's time for another weekly challenge for this week. First quick announcement, Mr. De Leon got a haircut. Yay! Alright, so got a little quarantine haircut, guys, so I think we're good on that department. But anyways, let's go ahead and get started. This week we're going to be learning about volume again, but of some new shapes that we haven't talked about yet. The volume of pyramids, all kinds of different pyramids. So get ready. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Pay attention, it's a lot this week, so get ready. All right, here we go. All right, guys, so before we start, I wanted to show you guys this quick video. So look at it very carefully, okay? On the left, it shows the shape we haven't learned yet, a pyramid. I don't know if you can see it. On the right, it shows a shape that you should already know. It's called a cube or rectangular prism, however you want to think about it. My question to you is, if you look at the shape on the left, that one that he just grabbed, he's gonna fill it up with water. Okay, it's in color so you can see it. My question to you is, how many of those right there is it gonna take to fill up that cube, all right, or that rectangular prism? Do you predict it's gonna be one of them? Is it gonna be two of them? Go ahead and start guessing. How many of those do you think is gonna fit? Okay, that's two. It didn't fill it up yet. So two pyramids does not fill it up yet. There's one more. Here it is. Boom. Let's see if this one fills it up. And it looks like it might. Wow. Okay, look at that. So not one, not two, but three pyramids make one rectangular prism. Three pyramids. You see those three pyramids right there in the back? Those three, if you fill them up with water, it is equal to the volume of one prism. All right. Okay, guys. So we should already know what this is, a rectangular prism. We talked about this one, and we talked about this one as well. Let me try that again. Sorry about that. Something like this, right? Where you have the triangle and it's extended, right? So a triangular prism. So we have two types, rectangular and triangular prism. And we talked about the formula, sorry about that, talked about the formula for these two. And we said that the formula that we're gonna start using from now on to find the volume of these is the area of the base times the height. Remember, big B times H. Big B stands for area of base, and H stands for height. But that works for shapes that are like this. After watching the video, we noticed that for other shapes, like the one that we just saw, like this is not really the same as a prism. A prism is like a triangle, right? That gets stretched across like that. You see that? It's stretched over. But this doesn't have a triangle base. You see that on the bottom? That base isn't in the shape of a triangle. It looks like a what? It looks kind of like a square or something, or maybe a rectangle, right? That's because this isn't called a prism. It's called a pyramid. So the way that we name these, and sometimes they look like this, by the way, like you might see something like that as the bottom. Okay. So again, you look at the bottom of the shape. Let's say this is the base right here, right? So depending on what the bottom is, that's what we call this pyramid. So let's say this is a rectangle. Like this is like, I don't know, 2 inches and this is 3 inches. So if this is a rectangle, we're gonna call this a rectangular, not prism, because prism means that shape gets extended. But you notice what happens here? As this gets extended, this actually kind of gets like shrunk in like that, like a pyramid, right? Because it's called a rectangular pyramid. And if this is a rectangular pyramid, because the bottom is a rectangle, then what do you think that's called? A triangular pyramid. Because the bottom is in the shape of a triangle. Got that? So far so good? Okay, awesome. So you got the basics down. This is a rectangular pyramid because this is the base of a rectangle. This is a triangular pyramid, not because of this triangle, but because the bottom is in the shape of a triangle. Now, what's the point, right? Mister, why are you telling us this? Remember, in the video that we watched earlier, it took 3 of these to make one of those, right? Which one has the bigger volume? This one or this one? It takes 3 just to fill up one of those. So the one that has more volume is prisms. So prisms actually have more volume than pyramids even if they have the same size. So like, let's say this is 2 inches and this is 3 inches, and this was 2 inches and that one was also 3 inches. And let's say that the height was, I don't know, 5 inches, and the height of this was also 5 inches. So everything's the same. 2 inches, 2 inches. The width is both 3 inches. The height is both 5 inches. But guess what? Even if they have all the same measurements, it still takes 3 of these to fill up with water and fill up just one of those. So you need 3 of those. That's where this formula is very important. This one right here. Because this only works with prisms. When we're dealing with pyramids, it's time to teach you a new formula. Here goes. Volume equals the area of the base times height. But remember, how many did it take for these to fill this up? It took 3 of them. But this is smaller than that. So it's the area of the base times height divided by 3. Divided by 3. Why divided by 3? Well, if you were to divide this into 3 equal parts, each part would get one of these. It takes 3, get it? 3 of these to fill this up. It takes 3 of these shapes to fill that up. So to find the volume of a pyramid, now you're going to have to use a new formula. And this is the one that I want you guys to stick with. Volume equals the area of the base times height divided by 3. Now, you also might see it like this. Volume equals 1/3 times area of the base times height. You should already know that this and this is the exact same thing. Dividing by 3 is the same as multiplying by 1/3. Now, the one that I prefer is going to be this one. This is the one that Mr. De Leon prefers. So be careful on a bonus question. This is the one that I prefer because less people get confused about this whole fraction. A lot of people I see try to use this 1/3 and they kind of mess up a little bit. So just divide it by 3. And don't worry, if you have no idea how to use this formula, we're about to do a couple of examples. So stay tuned. Here we go. Hey guys, so let's go ahead and do a quick example. So we're gonna do the volume of, let's try a rectangular pyramid first. So remember, the formula we're using for pyramids now is different. It's the area of the base times the height, but now we're gonna divide by 3 at the end. It's the most important step for you guys to remember on this. Make sure you divide by 3 at the very end. So let me try to draw one real quick. Try to draw a rectangular pyramid. Looks kind of like a rectangle, I guess. And then we'll just kind of do a pyramid going like this. Okay. So there we go. We have this pyramid. The bottom is in the shape of a rectangle. Let me just kind of shade that in so you guys can see that. The bottom right here is a rectangle, and I'm gonna put some numbers down. So let's say this is 5 inches. The width is 4 inches. And the height, sometimes you'll see it like this, by the way. You might see usually like a dotted line or something like that, with like a little square there to show that it's a right angle, and goes from the bottom, from the middle of the shape to the top like that, okay? From the base to the very top. So let's just say the height is, I don't know, the height will be 9 inches, okay? Once you see me try this out, you're gonna see it's pretty easy, guys. So let's go ahead and start. Let's write down the formula again. V equals area of the base times height divided by 3. And remember, the big B stands for area of the base. So what's the area of this rectangle? How do you find the area of a rectangle? Anybody know? Area of a rectangle. Isn't that length times width? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, what's 5 times 4? Exactly. So instead of putting a big B, I'm going to replace that, instead of putting B, and we're gonna use the number, whatever we get for 5 times 4. So what's the area of this bottom, this red? 5 times 4 is 20. So I'm gonna put 20. Okay, instead of big B, this is gonna be 20. So volume equals 20, okay, times height. What's the height? Oh, there it is. The height was what? It was 9. So 20 times 9 divided by what? Guys, it's that easy. 20 times 9 divided by 3. Okay, well, let's figure that out. Let's do the top first, right? 20 times 9. Well, let's see. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 2 is 18, so we get 180. Most people, they say, Mister, I'm done. 180 inches cubed. Yay! Wrong. That's not the last step. This is 20 times 9, but we still have to do what? Divide by 3. You gotta be divided by 3. Don't forget, I'm gonna put that on a question later for the challenge. So we have to do 180 divided by 3. Remember, it takes 3 of these to make a prism. So does 3 go into 18? It sure does. 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. 0. Does 3 go into 0? Well, it goes in 0 times, obviously. So the answer for this problem is, well, what am I doing? All right. The answer to this problem is 60 inches cubed. Why cubed? Remember? Because we're not talking about area, we're talking about volume. And volume is not 2D. Volume is a 3-dimensional thing, a 3D shape. So we're looking at how much space it fills up. So there we go. The volume is 60 inches cubed of this pyramid. Okay, one more time. We found the area of the base. So in this case, the area was length times width, 5 times 4. And we got 20. Boom. And then we did area of the base times height. So 20 times 9, just like we did volume before. But don't forget, the last new step is dividing it by 3. Okay, so don't forget, pyramids, you divide by 3. All right, let's try one more example. All right, guys, this next one, instead of a rectangular pyramid, we're gonna talk about the triangular pyramid. This is a quick example. Hopefully it'll kind of help you for your challenge this week in case you see a problem like this, because you are. First, let's try to draw one again. So here's kind of what I have in mind for this one. Here's the base. The base is gonna look something like that. Okay, that's the bottom. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let me shade it in first. This time, this might be easier. Let me shade that in, shade that in. Okay, so that'll be the base. And then here are the sides. It's gonna kind of go up like this. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and then this is like, you know, the other side right here, front. Let's put some dimensions down for this triangle here. I'm gonna say from here to here, this is 3 centimeters. So like from here to here, okay? I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And then from here to here, we have 5 centimeters. So there's our triangle. It's kind of like a right triangle. I don't know if you can see it. there's kind of like the little right angle right there. So it goes like that. So these are the two sides. And the height of the pyramid, so let's just put a little dotted line so you can see that. The height of this pyramid is gonna be 6 centimeters. Okay, so there you go. You got 3, 5, that's the length and width. And then you have a height of this pyramid, which is 6 centimeters. All right, so let's see, figure out how to do the volume. So remember, volume equals the area of the base times the height, but we divide it by 3 at the end. Don't forget, divide by 3. So let's go ahead and try this out real quick. First of all, the area of the base is not like this one. For this one, the base was a rectangle. This one, the base is not a rectangle, it's a what? Uh-oh, it's a triangle. So for big B, for this, we can't just do 5 times 3. You have to do the area of a triangle. So do y'all remember how to find the area of a triangle? Remember, it was a formula from a couple weeks ago when we learned about triangles. Uh-oh. Well, the area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Remember that formula from a while back? So to find the area of that triangle, it's base times height divided by 2. So we have to do base times height. So 3 times 5 divided by 2. Where did I get 3 and 5 from? Here's my triangle. Base, height. Could I have flipped it? Could I have said 5 times 3 divided by 2? Sure, why not? Same thing, but let's find big B, which is the area of this triangle right here, the red. So 3 times 5 divided by 2 gives me what? I don't know. Let's see. 5 times 3 is 15. Oh no, 15 divided by 2. Whatever could it be? 15 divided by 2. Let me see. 2 goes into 15 7 times. Remainder of 1. I'm going to get a decimal. We got decimals again? Yes, we got decimals still. 5 times 2 is 10. Remainder of 0. So 15 divided by 2 is, what do we get right here? 7.5. All right. So big B right there is 7.5 centimeters. Okay. So let's rewrite this. Volume equals 7.5 times, what's my height? Remember, what's the height of this pyramid? There it is. Times 6. And don't forget, divide by what at the end? Divide by 3. Okay. The hardest part for this shape is making sure that you find the area of the base and that it's a triangle base. This one's easy over here because it's just 5 times 4. This one's not easy because it's 5 times 3 divided by 2. Remember, a triangle is half of a square. Remember? So that's why we divided by 2, because this is a triangle. So there we go. 7.5 times 6. And then we divided by 3. Hi, Mr. Deleo, we have to multiply this? Yes, we have to multiply this. Come on, guys. Quarantine, we have to keep our brains nice and math ready for next year. 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, let's see. What's 6 times 7? Anybody know? 42 plus 3 more is 45. So on the top, we're going to get 45. And on the bottom, we still have to divide 45 divided by 3. Okay? That's the last step. So the volume is whatever you get when you do 45 divided by 3. Let's see what we get. Does 3 go into 4? Yeah, 1 time. 1. 1 times 3 is 3. 4 minus 3 is 1. Bring down my 5. 3 goes into 15. 5 times. I'm getting rusty myself. 5 times 3 is 15. Remainder of 0. There it is. What's the volume of this triangular pyramid, guys? It seems like the volume of this triangular pyramid, volume is 15 centimeters cubed. 15 centimeters cubed. How did I get 15? Let's go back over it one more time. Area of the base. So 3 times 5 divided by 2, because it's a triangle. Times the height. 6 divided by 3. Boom. That's how you find the volume of a triangular pyramid. Okay, guys. So that leaves us with your final weekly challenge. So for this week, you got a couple problems that I want you guys to try out on your own so that you can see if you can solve them. Look at my drawing skills, getting a little better, huh? There we go. Look at that. Okay. So first one, these are due on Friday, by the way, due Friday, with some bonus too. Number 1, this is what I want you to solve. I want you to find the volume of this rectangular pyramid. Rectangular pyramid. And number 2, I want you to find the volume of this. This is a what? Triangular pyramid. So go ahead and do number 1, do number 2, and you'll get a couple of other questions there. So check out the Google Forms that's attached on your Google Classroom. So there it is, weekly challenge 8. Number 1, number 2, a couple bonus. So good luck with weekly challenge 8. Do your best. Let me know if you have any questions. That's pretty much it for this week, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, any comments. Leave them on the video or on Google Classroom, and I'll be able to help you. Other than that, good luck. Remember, this is due on Friday, so get it done. And stay tuned for more during the week, this week and next week. So, see ya.